Hey plant fan! Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Jacqueline. This is part of my jungle, and today we have a video coming to you together with the Next Gardener. So they sell lots of succulents. I get my soil from them. They have cocoa coir poles. They've got lots of cute stuff, lots of cute pots. Definitely check out their website. They do like succulent gift boxes as well. So if that's something that you're interested in, I have them linked down below, and I also have a discount code for you guys. So definitely check that out if you want to. So they wanted me to do a Thanksgiving themed, or like really honestly, this could be any holiday themed. I feel like this could stay on your table through to Christmas as well. But it's kind of just going to be a centerpiece with some succulents. So they sent me this, which is off of Amazon. I don't think this is the one that I picked out, because the one I picked out had a plastic liner and this one doesn't. So I am going to line it with some plastic wrap so that it doesn't rot the wood when you water it. Do you know what I mean? Or else your succulents are just going to die. They don't have nursery containers to like put in here. So I'm going to line it with that and hope that it doesn't like look janky. But they did send me a bunch of really beautiful succulents. So we've got some larger ones here. I don't know what type of Echeveria that is, but then we have a Lola in here. So they sent me some larger ones, and then a whole bunch of smaller ones, and like a handful of cuttings to stick in there as well, which is always good because cuttings can be a little bit easier to kind of stick into some of the smaller spaces. So that's a Lola, and then we have a whole box. They sent me a whole box full of some assorted succulents here. So I don't really have a method to my madness here. I was thinking like obviously having these two kind of in the center and then just decorating around it, whatever I can fit. And then I did pick up some of this Spanish moss from Home Depot. They didn't supply this for me, just to kind of like decorate the top, see, so that you don't see the dirt, because it is going to be a centerpiece. And I wanted to get cute little like fall themed like little mini pine cones and stuff, but I couldn't find any. I could only find like really big ones, and I didn't have a lot of time or money to be running around searching for things. But I do think that because of the color of this, that it can just be very like any season themed. It doesn't necessarily have to be Thanksgiving centerpiece only, but it is a nice little DIY type of project that you can do if you want to make your own centerpiece. So we've got a handful of Provence, some other ones that I don't know the names of, but I'm just going to take a few out. Some different Echeveria. They do ship these really well. I don't have great lighting conditions to keep them in, so I probably will be using this as a centerpiece and then gifting it to somebody. I want to make sure I have lots of different colors in here. So I'm just going to kind of try and place them temporarily and see what looks good where in here. You know what I mean? Because then we also have a bunch of really colorful, fun cuttings that they sent me that have some more of those like fall orangey. This one's even kind of like pinky, which is really cute. I kind of want to keep this one for myself, I'm not gonna lie, but we don't need it. We don't need it, Jackie. And then we've got some crassula, I think this is, and lots of fun stuff in here that they sent me that has some nice fall colors. I think there's a firestorm in here too. Yeah, a little sedum firestorm, which is always a good option for people who kill succulents. This one's super cute. I like this one a lot. Definitely gonna stick that one in there. So these are good because you can kind of tuck them in between I asked them to send me a few trailing things, but they didn't send me too many. Just kind of like hang over the edge. So that these will start to trail eventually, but that's just if like whoever keeps this can keep it alive until that happens. Really, that's what it comes down to. So I definitely want to mix it up like color wise and make sure that it's not too boring. So I'm just gonna play around a little bit here with the different ways that I want to do this. There really is no right or wrong way to do this. So don't be afraid to go to the store and buy yourself some cheap little succulents or order them obviously from the Next Gardener. They have plenty. Yeah, and do like a fun little, you know, thing like this. But I'm gonna put some plastic wrap in the bottom here now that I kind of have an idea of what I want this to look like, so that this can actually be functional at least for a little while until they start to grow out of it. A little while until they start to grow out of it. This cut and wrap stuff is the best ever, by the way. If you don't have one of these, you need it. Just slide the thing over. So I cut one long to fit in long ways like this. So I'm just going to try and very gently place it down, but I'm going to need a few, obviously. It's not going to be a perfect seal because there's no way that I can guarantee that without it looking crazy. Okay, so I've put a layer of plastic wrap and it smells like a school cafeteria. You guys remember how everything was always in plastic wrap, and when it's been in there for a while it kind of starts to like smell and taste like plastic wrap? It's fine, but now I feel a little bit better about this, that it's not gonna rot the wood, because this is definitely not cedar, so it's gonna rot over time. So I'm just gonna take my soil next that is also provided by the Next Gardener. I use this on most of my house plants. It's a really nice, light, fluffy mix. I already have some in my bucket over here. It's got perlite in it, and you could always add more bark or whatever you need to make it chunkier. So I add worm castings to mine. I like to add charcoal to mine to help keep bacterial growth and like fungus down. And I like to add bark if I'm doing like Hoyas and stuff that likes like a chunkier mix. But this should be good for now. We just have a light little bed down there, and I'm gonna pot these out. So I have my repotting mat off to the side here that I'm gonna be doing this in, because I'm gonna try and get rid of the majority of this dry soil here, just so that it has a bit of a better shape. I can get rid of these dry leaves off the bottom. So dry and dusty, the soil. Okay, so now we just have a little succulent top, and I'm just gonna pop it in there and do the same thing with this one. I don't think this is a Pearl-Bond. It has like different shaped leaves. It looks very similar. Can't tell the echeverias apart after a while. I do know that that's a Lola though, because that's one of my favorites. And it's a pretty common one. They do have some really cool stuff on their website, and I do like succulents. I just don't talk about them a lot because it doesn't seem like that type of content like this does very well. I'm sure there's just to be a handful of you watching this, but I enjoy doing stuff like this, and I hope that you enjoy at least hanging out with me while I do stuff like this. Place this one in here like that, and then what was I gonna put in the middle? I think I was gonna put this like darker one in the middle for contrast. So I'm just gonna continue to keep doing the same thing. I'm taking some off the bottom that are kind of sad and dry as I do this, and I need a little more soil there. You want to make sure you orient them in a way that you like to while you go. And then I'm just going to start filling in and make sure that I'm not putting things that are too like similar next to each other. It's nice to have some contrast and some different colors in there to make it interesting. I really love making succulent arrangements. I have one in my room in a window that I did with the next gardener. I filmed it and I accidentally deleted the footage, so I never got to show you guys that, but we're showing you this one now. And yeah, I'm just going to continue to put these in here. So okay. So I've only got a few that like were left over that I couldn't fit, so that's good, but I don't want to tilt it too much. This is what I have going on so far in here. I'm really liking the mix of colors. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my Spanish moss and I'm gonna try and like fill in some of these gaps here where you can see the soil, and hopefully that'll make it look a little bit neater because I don't have any top dressing, and we wanted to kind of have like more of like a fall vibe. So I don't know, I've never tried to do this before. It might have been better to put it down before all of the succulents, to be honest with you, but we're gonna try and at least squeeze it in there underneath the stuff because it looks better. See? So I'm just gonna take little bits and pieces of it and try and shove it in there. And it's okay if some kind of like sticks out, like the look of that. So I'm gonna go in and continue to do this, and then I'm gonna show you the final products when we're all done. This is looking really cute so far. So let's see how it goes. I'll see you in a little bit. So I think that I'm done. Just like gently trying to blow the dirt out, and I'm really happy with this, you guys. Look at how cute this came out. I am obviously going to turn the camera around and show you what it looks like. There's a few like sparse areas where I wouldn't have minded a few more like cuttings of like taller stuff or things that'll trail, but it'll fill out on its own as well. So I am going to probably take this outside where we have like some better light before the sun goes down, because you know it's like 3:30, so it's almost dark. It's fine, but I really like how this turned out. So if you guys want to make something like this, I definitely encourage you to do so. It's a lot of fun, even if it's temporary because you kill succulents like I do. It's fine. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. There's also a new join button if you guys want to become a member. If you click on it, it'll give you all of your options. Don't be afraid to click on it. It's not going to automatically charge you. It'll just give you all the information of what type of perks and benefits you get from being a member. So thank you again to the Next Gardener for sponsoring this video and for providing all of the things that we needed to make this beautiful succulent arrangement. Crash, can you stop, please? He really wants that anthurium in there. He's been like going for it. That is it. I appreciate all of your support. Definitely go check out the Next Gardener, and I will try and find this thing on Amazon for you. Can you stop? I will try and find this and link it on Amazon for you guys so you could pick up the same one if you want to. And yeah, that is it for this video. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!